Hi, I'm Emily and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to show you how I DIY'd a kid's first birthday shirt using my CRICUT heat press. The party is golf themed, so of course I made a golf themed shirt. I'm going to be putting the shirt and two other golf themed items into a little basket to make it look all nice and put together. This is really a great way to personalize your gifts and just make it a little bit extra special. So if this is something you're interested in, then just keep watching and I'm going to get right into it. So first, I'm going to measure the amount of room that I have on the shirt so that way I know how big I need to make my design. And I'm going into Design Space and going over to Images and just searching golf and seeing what pops up. I already had an idea in my head of what I wanted this to look like, but I still needed to find a perfect design. I liked these two images, but I really liked the base design of the one on the right, but I like the flag design of the one on the left more. So I'm going to try to combine the two. I'm grouping together the flag and the pole on the left one and then deleting everything else from that. So that way I'm just left with my design on the right. And that design had a few different layers to it, so I'm going to get rid of the parts of the layers that I don't need. So I'm adding a circle and then just extending that circle to cover the entire flagpole and slicing the two so that way I could get rid of the flagpole and just have the ground part left behind. And I'm going to do that again just to clean up a little bit and just make sure everything is smooth. So now I'm just left with the ground, a golf ball, the flag that I took from the previous image, and I'm going to add a 1 to the flag because it is their first birthday. And just to give the design a little bit more depth, I'm duplicating the ground part and making it a little bit bigger and also darker than the other layer. I'm adding a text box and the phrase that I'm going to be using is new to the club. So I'm going to find a text that I like. I want something really chunky because it's going to be really small on the shirt and that's going to work better than like a thin, delicate font. I'm actually going to make this text a little bit thicker, so I'm going up to offset and I am applying a 0.01 offset and combining the offset and the text together. So I decided that I wanted to make the text wavy, but I already applied an offset to it, so it's not going to work out. So I basically have to just get rid of the offset and split the text into two separate parts and then redo that offset. So that's what I'm going to do now. Now I'm going up to warp, and I like using number 5 and number 6 to make the text wavy. You could also warp it more or less by adjusting the sliding scale on the bottom. So once I align it the way that I like, I'm going to apply that offset again and unite the text and the offset together. And then I'm going to select both of the separate text box and unite them together. And I'm just aligning everything to see if I need to resize something or if I like the way that it looks. And I'm just going to group it all together so I can move it around and resize it. So now I'm just cutting out small sections of my vinyl and placing them shiny side down on my mat. And like always, where I'm placing the vinyl corresponds to the designs on the mat in Design Space. Once my Cricut is done cutting everything out, it's time to weed all of my designs. For the text, I did cut it in half, just so I could figure out how to place it better on the shirt. I'm taking my mini heat press and ironing out all of the wrinkles. I really like these guides. I bought a whole pack of these on Amazon and they have everything from infant to adult. It's really helpful for when you're figuring out how far down to place your design and make sure that you're placing it in the center. Now I'm just ironing the text on and letting it cool completely before removing it. And then to help me place everything the way that I like, I layered the flag and the pole on top of the grass. And I'm going to place it down like that just so I could give myself a guide and make sure that I like the placement before I actually press it into the shirt. I'm going to turn on the heat when layering my vinyl, so instead of the highest heat setting, I'm going to just go one lower because I don't want to risk burning the vinyl underneath. I'm taking the edge of my mini heat press and really pressing into the edges of the vinyl that I'm layering to make sure that it's going to adhere to the vinyl below it. And I like doing the same process where I place the vinyl on top of each other to give myself a guide of where it's going to be placed. It makes my life so much easier rather than eyeballing it and then risk having it be messed up. And this blue vinyl had a little bit of a hard time sticking, so I wound up having to go in and apply heat to this twice. I was trying to be really careful when layering everything, especially with this golf ball, because it was so small and I was worried I was going to burn the vinyl, but I didn't and it turned out okay. And this is how it turned out. I think it fits the golf theme perfectly. I've actually never heard of a golf themed first birthday party, but it was really, really adorable. And I bought this gift basket kit, I guess, on Amazon. So it comes with this basket and it also comes with the plastic wrap to put over it. So it makes it look all like nice and presentable. And I just bought a kid's golf book and also a golf club playset and put it all together. Thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate it. If you want to see more crafting content from me, just subscribe to my channel and turn on the notification bell so you get notified when I post a new video. And if you want to follow me on my other socials, everything is linked in the description below. And I'll see you in the next one. Bye!